Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you set 6 of STX Soul versus We Made Fox. And Kal has an opportunity now to close out this series with his second win. First against Baby, and now, if he can beat Shine for We Made Fox, he will be leading STX Soul to victory. The map is going to be Benzene, which has been pretty balanced in all of the matchups, not significantly skewed in any direction. There's only two start positions, top left or top right and bottom left. And I think this was actually one of the maps that Kal cheesed Roro on. I think this is one of the maps that Kal cheesed Roro on, with Proxy 2-Gate. I would love to see Kal do that again. That would be so funny. If Kal Proxy 2-gated Roro and beat him, and then goes and Proxy 2-gates Shine and beats him. I don't think he will. Shine has that, you know, he is the 5-minute bond draw, as he was called. He's gotten a lot better in terms of the rest of his game over the last several months. So maybe so he's a little less cheese oriented, a little less 3-hatch Hydra, speedling run by oriented, and Kal is not going to be going for a 2-gate opening here. Not going to try and really embarrass We Made Fox. If he had done that, if he had 2-gated Shine and beaten him with it, that would have just been really embarrassing, I think, for We Made Fox in general, for having both of their top Zerg lose to cheese like that. That'd be kind of depressing. Looks like we're going to have an overpool from Shine, and the start of a PvZ always very, very standard if there isn't something cheesy going on. So Shine actually won the first 4 meetings between these two players. Kal won the most recent one at the end of December in the MSL, so when it really counted, and they're only meeting in an individual league, Kal did win. So this is going to be the 6th meeting, and Kal, with a win here, could start to try and even out the series. He is behind by several games, as I said, but he would love to start evening out the series. He's going to be using his forward probe to harass this hatchery and stop it from going up. And he's going to go Nexus first before Forge? Are you serious? Excuse me, Kal. Can you do that against Overpool? I mean, I know it's a long rush distance. This map does have one of the longer rush distances, you'll see. So, I'm just shocked that he went for Nexus before Forge. I would not have been surprised to see Forge and then Nexus. But to go Nexus Forge is really shocking to me, really. I hope he doesn't screw this up. I hope he hasn't mistimed this. I hope he knows it. Gotta think he does. He's Kal. Gotta think that he knows the exact timing, so he knows what he can get away with against an Overpool. But we'll have to see. And only 2 Zerglings so far produced for Shine. Looks like he wasn't saving Larva. Maybe that was what Kal saw. He saw that the Larva weren't being saved, so he could go for Nexus first. Had a good idea that there wasn't going to be a big run by with a big run of Zerglings being produced. So there's the first cannon and the gateway coming up, and that should all be well in time to stop any sort of run by these Lings. And yeah, as we'll go forward, I did mention earlier in this series that there was the Kal build, the early Robo and Reaver into Dragoon Reaver, which is very, very cool, and maybe we'll see something like that from Kal again. His Reaver play is obviously very, very good, as I've mentioned before, and hopefully, if it's on today, we could see some awesome Reavers. Reavers are one of the hardest units simply to control in the game, and if you can control them, you're a special player, and you can do a lot of great things with them, and you know, Kal is definitely one of those guys who can. Haven't seen, we just saw the Cybernetics core come up, so no revealing of the tech yet. We do have the 3rd hatch coming up at the bottom right, I would assume? No? Wait. Is there no hatchery at the bottom right? I thought there was a hatchery at the bottom right for Shine. Looks like I can't tell. I don't see the little blob that No, I gotta assume that there is. There's no reason for there not to be. There's a hatchery down there. I gotta assume that there's a hatchery down there, and he's getting layer with his main hatchery. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there is a layer. So there's the hatchery at the bottom right. I would have been really confused if there wasn't. Looks like he's actually maybe going for a Spire build. I see that drone hanging out in the back of the mineral line. I think that's maybe being set up there to produce a Spire immediately off the bat. Citadel of a Dune coming up kind of in the corner of Kal's base, kind of hidden, but how much can you, I'm just curious, how much can you really hide a Citadel of a Dune in PvZ? Like, don't you kind of assume it's coming if you're a Zerg player? It's not really hidden. Like, you can hide it, but there's just really no point. It's like hiding your cybernetics core. Like, really? Are you really accomplishing much? I don't know. I don't think you are, but maybe Kal thinks he's doing something by hiding it there. We do have the second assimilator coming up here, so it's not going to be the standard +1 speed lot build. It's going to be something a little bit different. And haven't seen the rowboat, so probably not going to be any Reavers, but it could be a... I haven't even seen a Stargate, actually, now that I'm really thinking about it. I haven't even seen a Stargate, so it could be skipping it entirely, maybe going for one of those, like, Zealot Archon builds, and try and skipping Corsairs entirely. That would be really interesting. No +1 being researched either, so this is a very different build from Kal, and I'm kind of curious to see what we end up with. There's no Templar Archives being thrown out, so it doesn't look like it's going to be an Archon or DT build either, so I'm really kind of confused. Okay, now come two Stargates. This was really awkward. Late Stargates coming up, so maybe he's going to do like one of those 2-gate pressures with his Zealots, and then follow that up with Corsair DT. Would be certainly be different. I haven't seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And I'm assuming that that's +1 weapons being researched by that cybernetics core. So this could be very, very different. Could be a cool build by Kal if it works. Never seen it. Honestly say I don't know what to expect, having never seen it. So we'll have to see what happens. Still no +1 being researched. The Stargates have almost completed, so we'll start seeing the Corsairs pop up. Creep colonies being thrown down at both of the outer bases, and the 2-base Zealot and a couple Dragoons, one Dragoon at least, is on the move, heading towards the bottom right, and is going to try and do some damage there. It looks like speed has finished. One sunken colony is almost completed. No +1 on these are non-+1 speed lot attack. This is no +1, so not going to be able to just tear through Zerglings like you normally do and things like that, but he is going to be able to still do some damage here. He's staying in range of that sunken colony, oddly enough, but he's going to engage these Zerglings, going to kill off a lot of the Zerglings. He needs to get out of range of that sunken colony, really, Kal. Not the wisest decision to sit there for so long, but it does look like he's actually going to clean up most of the Zerglings, but not able to take down the sunken colony, not able to do any economic damage yet, but he is starting to build up his Corsair numbers. He's got 2, going to work on his 3rd and 4th. He is getting that +1 weapons on the Corsairs. Looks like he was researching +1 weapons for his ground as well, and it looks like he's already backed off with his main ground force, so... interesting enough. Kind of an awkward build by Kal, and I don't really know where it's going to go from here. We do have Corsairs out now, and the Templar Archives is on the way. He does have that second gas, so he does have enough gas to certainly do this, to do a Corsair DT at this point. Just very interesting. Not really. I'm kind of curious as to how this build will transition into the next phase of the game. If Corsair DT will really work. And he looks like he's trapped a probe of his, and the dual Stargate probably just got scattered out. I don't know if he saw the second one, but he probably has a good idea that there's a good group of Corsairs headed his way. We do have Hydralisks starting to be produced, being massed up at the natural expansion, covering up for that sunken colony as well, so probably not going to be able to do too much damage there, but Kal could maybe try and move back towards the bottom right and see if he can do something there with the lack of defenses that are being placed there, but Hydralisk speed is finished, so that is really important. Hydralisk speed is finished, and he's taking the secondary route into that base, or maybe the primary route for Shine to take to reinforce that base. So he's going to be able to protect that base, and now maybe Kal will go back to the main, go back to the natural, keep going back and forth, waiting for there to be a hole, waiting for Shine to leave a gap, make a mistake for his Zealots to go and punish him with. And then the Zealots are going to engage some of these Hydralisks just a little bit here at the bottom right on the ramp. There are a lot of Corsairs, and I believe +1 should be finished just about now. So we'll be in good shape to tear through Overlords and Scourge alike. Just need to be careful that they don't get picked off by Hydralisks at the moment. Flowing the Corsairs back into the bottom right-hand base, picking off all of the Overlords. There are no Overlords, there are no Spore Colonies here, so these DTs will have a lot of success. We'll be able to just basically control this base, do whatever they want there, and DTs should be being produced at the main as well for Kal to defend and bring the Corsairs, move the Corsairs around to try and pick off any Overlords that are coming in for support. Haven't seen any DTs coming in. We do have a couple more cannons coming in. Really want to see some DTs brought in to defend this push, and will he be able to? He is building a lot of cannons instead, a ton of cannons being produced, and the Zealots coming in from behind as well. Some Overlords being brought in as well. They do have speed finished. Corsairs looking to pick them off, and it looks like the hatchery at the bottom right has gone down. There is an Overlord in the area, so the Hydras will be able to clean this up, but Shine has lost that third base, and here come the Zealots from behind to try and pick off all these Hydras. Should be able to pick off a lot of them. Don't know if they'll pick off all of them. Picking off the Overlord as well with the Corsairs, but the DT will be enough to completely destroy this push. There's just nothing he can do against the DT. There aren't any Overlords in the area, and any Overlords that do come in will be easily slaughtered by the presence of all those +1 weaponed Corsairs. So good attack there by Kal, taking out that bottom right hand base. So both players back to 2 bases, and still has massive air superiority for Kal at the moment with those 2 Stargates pumping. He really developed really powerful Corsair army. Just kind of weird that the timing of it, why he didn't just go with the 2 Stargate build to start with. The initial push with the speedlot build didn't really do anything. So it's kind of transitioned into what you would normally expect from a 2 Stargate DT Corsair DT build. Just the lead up to it was a little bit odd, and trying to sneak in here to pick off some of these Overlords, but there's enough Hydras there that he's not going to have too much success. High Templars have been produced as well, so we're getting a little bit of transition. Might actually see some a Dragoon wave pretty soon as well once he gets enough Zealots out there. Once he gets a control group or so of Zealots, we'll probably see some Dragoons being mixed in. We do have Lurker Tech finished, so he'll be using those to defend, so he can try and play some games with the Lurkers. Even if the Overlords are all dead, he can try and shoot at some of his own units to try and pick off the DTs. Obviously, DTs do have enough health that Lurkers will take a little while to do that, but it's something. Corsairs do catch that Lurker being burrowed at the bottom right, the 3rd base, and the hatchery is being rebuilt. Almost complete. And still Corsairs looking around, and Kal looks like he's actually going to take his 3rd base at the mineral only on the left-hand side. Really, the only other mineral only on the map, considering obviously he's not going to take Shines. And where are we going to go from here? Where is Kal going to go from here? When will there be a push by him? Will he push, or will he just macro up off of 3 bases? It's kind of hard to tell if he feels the need to push or not. He probably doesn't technically have to, since he did do a decent bit of damage at the bottom right already, and he has the Corsairs, and he has some High Templar, so he can play pretty defensively if he wishes. He basically has a lot of options. Kal's in a pretty good spot overall. He just has to be careful of being caught by some Lurkers, since he doesn't have Observers. I haven't seen the Observers yet, so if he gets caught without Observers out in the field, that is one thing that could really destroy him, is being caught without Observers. Of course, he can do the same by killing off Overlords, and then suddenly the fact that Shine doesn't have Observers sucks as well. And it looks like Shine's actually loading up for a big drop with all those Overlords, and if those Corsairs somehow have some, if Kal has some prescient skills and knows that those are going there, he could pick them all off. A couple DTs being dropped off in the main, so the Corsairs are going to be used in the main to defend. To stop any Overlords there, but no Overlords are there, so the DTs are just going to go crazy. But Kal has no idea that this Doom Drop is coming his way. Will he be able to defend against this? Shine doesn't even look like he cares about his main anymore, just letting everything die. And what will happen here? How will he defend against this attack on his main? It looks like the natural expansion has been slaughtered as well, with a nice Storm Drop, and here comes the attack on the main for the big Doom Drop. And how will Kal defend against it? Here they come. Here come the Hydras. Here comes the Lurkers burrowed as well, and this is it. If Shine does not do just a ton of damage here, if he's unable to do critical damage, Shine will lose the game, and so this is going to be really, really huge. No Observers, it doesn't look like yet, or if they are, I can't find them. Shine has lost his main hatchery. His lair has gone down. So yeah, don't think that there's any Observers yet. There should be one on the way. The Lurkers are doing some damage. A couple cannons at the natural expansion, stopping any sort of Lurker harassment there, or at least most of it. But it looks like Shine is about to get cleaned up. Shine is going to get cleaned up, so this game is going to be over very, very soon. Kal is going to win this game, and STX Seoul is going to take out We Made Fox 4-2 on the legs of Frozine and Kal, just really waiting for the GG at this point. There it is. There's the GG. So Shine goes down. Kal takes them on. He takes down both of the top players for We Made Fox, Shine and Baby, and gets the victory for STX Seoul. So that was definitely some good games, good series. I hope you guys enjoy this. And following the Lunar New Year, once we get into the next round of games, I will try to be more active. I will do my best to be more active. I know I've been very sporadic over the last few months. I will try really hard to be more active. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll be able to succeed. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys later.
나름대로 이제 올드로 취급할 수 있는, 분류할 수 있는 김동건, 김건희, 이승식 합작을 해주면서 STX 소울, 지금 현재 상황에서는 라이벌이라고 할 수 있는 포스팀을 잡아냈기 때문에 STX가 이거를